through butterfly guard or side-to-side arm drag drill. So now we kind of have an understanding of how to move the hips, and we also looked a little bit about how to kind of pull somebody down using a grip. So we're going to kind of put these things together to allow us to do an arm drag to our partner to help us get to their back. Now, the difference between this and the same side arm drag is going to be that I'm not using the same side arm. I'm going to be doing a cross grip. We talked about how with the same side arm drag, I don't want to cross grip because they're going to pass. And however, in this case, we're going to be doing this arm drag when our opponent is still on their knees. So, I'm going to be facing my partner. Maybe my partner has some sort of grip on my pants or my ankles. That's fine. If they're already grabbing, that's okay. Or maybe they haven't grabbed anything yet. Maybe we're just like this. It doesn't really matter how you start. The drill is going to be the same either way. So I'll show you the arm drag, and I'll also add in the back take afterwards. Okay? So let's go ahead and start with him holding onto the pant legs, and let's take a look at the arm drag. Here we go. This is probably one of the most common attacks that people do from the butterfly guard. Marcelo Garcia was probably one of the most famous people to use this, the arm drag from the butterfly. It's a really effective technique. So here's how we do it, guys. Starting in the butterfly guard, I can either start by grabbing his arm, or I can start when he grabs me. Now, the reason that we drill with them grabbing us first is because this is going to be very common. They're going to try to grab you. However, it also means that they're now attached to me. So I don't have to grab 2-on-1. If his hands are just floating and we're here and we're grip fighting, I would have to grab 2-on-1. I would have to control both the wrist and the elbow. If he's already grabbing my pants, he's already attached to me, so I don't have to go here. Okay? So for simplicity, we're just going to look at if they're already grabbing. So that means this is all we need. It's just a good cross grip. Now when we do an arm drag, I don't want to grab the elbow. I'm going to grab high up, almost like I'm going to reach into his armpit here. The higher the better. Obviously I'm not doing an underhook and I'm not going to cup his shoulder. But I'm just going to reach under, control the tricep. Just like we practiced with our last couple drills. Hand goes on the floor. Now I'm going to drag his arm across my body like I'm trying to buckle a seatbelt. Whatever leg I'm dragging him towards, that leg has to go straight. That way I don't pull him into my knee, which wouldn't be good for either of us. So in slow motion, I control the arm. As I hip out, I'm just going to drop this leg to the floor. Here. Now once I've dropped that leg to the floor, I'm ready to attack the back. Now you may notice this hook is still in. So I want to try to get this hook out to not only help me get up, but to help to pull him over to get his back. So I can simply take this hook out. Now after I do that, I instantly need to fill the space. So I do that by sitting up and cupping his hip. Okay? Once I have a hold of his hip, I'm just grabbing it with my hands. This hook is already in. This was the leg that went straight. This is the leg that I pulled him towards. So this hook is already in. I'm halfway there. I have a good seatbelt position, or a tight waist position here on his belt. Now I'm going to start to get my seatbelt. So I keep my sternum, center bone in your chest, on their spine, and I keep my head below their head. A common problem that white belts will do is that they'll try to be up here and start grabbing onto stuff. He's way too low. He's probably just going to buck you off. So instead, take 1 second to just drop down a little bit and get more of a secure back mount position. So I'm here, I'm controlling. We don't have to step all the way over like we're getting on a horse, okay? What I can do instead is I can start to drop my hip, my right hip, down to the floor, and as I do that, I move his hips up. So his hips are up, my hips are down. Now, in this situation, most people might stop here, and then their partner would, roll over them or whatever. So I'm not going to stop here, guys. As soon as I'm in this position, I'm going to hip out, get my other hook in. And now, I've got the back. Let's go ahead and rotate. So again, my partner's going to start by grabbing my pant legs. It's okay to also drill this if they're not, okay? So guys, if they're not grabbing the pant legs, that's fine. We're just going to get a same side wrist grip, and then I'm going to cup, and then I'm going to drag. So that's fine. We can do that. But why not practice this one as well? Because this is probably what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to grab you in some way. Okay, so guys, I grab the tricep, I pose the hand, I drag, and I fall on that hip. Whatever leg he's going towards, that leg drops. So I'm here. Notice I don't fall over on my side. Okay, if I fall over onto my side, then I have to go further to get up. So just fall onto your elbow. Just like this. This is fine. Now, I'm going to control his hips. I need to get this foot out. I'll just put it on the floor. As soon as I get that hook out, we always need to fill the space. If you create space, try to fill it right away. So I'm going to bring my hips up. This is a little bit tricky for some people. This bottom leg here, this knee has to point down to the floor. Right now it's pointing at you all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this knee and I'm just going to point it down. Now I'm up on my knees. Okay? Again, sternum to spine. Now I can get my seatbelt grip. Whatever side we're falling towards, that's the hand that goes over his shoulder. The other arm goes under. Now I can start to attack his back. If you want and you have the space and they haven't turtled up, maybe you could step over like this. However, they're going to be expecting that. So what's going to be a little bit easier for now is to just drop to the hip, bring his hips up, hip out a little bit, and then throw your hook in, and now you have the back. Let's look at this from another perspective. I'll do the whole thing slow motion. Here we go. And one more time from this direction. Make sure, guys, when you're on the back, don't cross the ankles. Don't do it. Just keep your feet hooked. So there's a lot going on in this drill. Rewatch the video a couple times, look at the little details, and make sure that you know how to drag that arm. Because if you're not being aggressive with the arm drag, it's probably never going to work. Sorry.